My son accidentally urinated on me while playing. I didn't expect that the area soaked with urine that night would mysteriously grow a tuft of strange fluff. I didn't pay much attention to it. The next day, I took my son out to play. The strange smell emanating from my body attracted a group of stray dogs. They seemed to really like my scent. Seeing that they had no ill intentions, I tried to play with them. I didn't expect that this feeling of interacting with animals made me feel more comfortable than ever before. When I washed up, I was shocked to discover that the area where the hair had grown had developed a pus-filled bump.
Ow.
It was extremely painful to the touch. I took out a needle, disinfected it, and pierced the bump. I pulled out a strange clump of hair from inside. Amazingly, from that day on, I found that my sense of smell had become extremely sensitive. I could smell more than a dozen ingredients in a single cookie. That night, I was sleeping when I was suddenly awakened by the sound of dogs barking. Curious, I went outside to investigate. There, I saw a group of dogs crouching in place as if waiting for me. I was overjoyed, so I walked toward them. The next moment, they suddenly lunged at me and began biting. In the morning, I told my son about last night's nightmare. Unexpectedly, my son brought me a mouse. I was terrified and quickly told him to put it down. He ran outside without looking back. I hurriedly followed him outside. The scene before my eyes made my heart sink. There were a large number of animal carcasses. At that moment, I realized that last night was not a dream. Those were the prey that I and the dogs had caught. Realizing that something was wrong, I quickly went to the local library. I borrowed a book about humans turning into animals to figure out what was happening. In the days that followed, my behavior slowly changed. When I took my son out to eat, I grabbed food with my hands like an animal and even made dog noises. My son laughed happily until the strange looks from those around us made me slowly rein in my behavior. The librarian noticed my behavior that day. She said she used to like to entertain children that way too, and praised me for being a good mother. She played with my son, and I felt as though I had found a kindred spirit. I wanted to chat with her for a while longer, but she turned and left. As night fell, I heard the sound of dogs barking outside again. I rushed out the door, and suddenly my body was no longer under my control. I ran like a dog, constantly sniffing the scent of grass on the ground. In that moment, I felt as though I had completely transformed into a dog.